Guys, there is about to be a new renaissance in Avatar content. It's going to be bigger than the Dragon Ball renaissance we got back in 2013 when Battle of Gods came out. Longtime fans of Dragon Ball were super excited, no pun intended, because that film was technically a Dragon Ball Z movie, not a super movie. Yeah, see what I did there? But yeah, I think that Avatar fans are going to have like decades of content coming soon. I don't know when it's going to come out eventually. It's already 2023 and they announced this back in 2021. But eventually, we're going to have so much Avatar content, we're not going to know what to do with it. They got a new Netflix Avatar series that's supposed to be coming out. And I don't know when that's supposed to come out. It's supposed to come out 2022, but we're in 2023, of course, and it's still not here yet. And then there's other future projects like the Zuko movie, the adult gang movie they're trying to make. I know they eventually want to go into the Korra era and make films and spin-offs of that. And I'm gonna be real, I'm only really excited for the Atlas stuff. I only care about the Atlas characters. I don't care about anything with Korra. Korra has Atlas characters in it, so I care about that. But I want to see what the gang is doing or anybody who's in Atlas. If it was up to me, I would retcon the whole thing and make it so that Korra and Aang's time periods were separate, like they were alternate timelines or something. Like if the timeline, something went wrong in the timeline and Korra happened, and like the correct timeline or the sacred timeline, if you will, if you're a Marvel fan.
Sacred timeline.
The sacred timeline would be Aang's time period, and we could really just start off on that and then go into a whole different branch in the timeline. I'd rather see that, to be honest. There's too many characters from Atla that they need to set the record straight on, because Toph, Sokka, and Katara, those are the few characters. Like Toph, she doesn't know who the father of her children are. That doesn't sit right with me. They needed to figure that out. Like they didn't think that through. Then Sokka, he's just dead. They never explain how he died or anything. That definitely doesn't sit right with me. Like, come on, don't disrespect Sokka like that. And then they made Katara basically just be Grand, which is, I mean, that's not the worst offense, but I mean, yeah, like Grand, like she eventually became Grand. She just stays at the South Pole. She doesn't do anything. But yeah, like give Katara a little bit more than that. Like she healed somebody, but that was it. Then there's other characters like Azula. Like whatever happened to Azula, right? And what happened to little baby Hope?
What should we name her?
I want our daughter's name to be unique. I want it to mean something. I know what I want to name our baby now. Hope.
That's a perfect name. Hope.
Y'all remember Hope, right? Like what happened to her? They also said they're going to make a spinoff with Kyoshi. But I mean, if we're being real, Kyoshi is an Atla character. She debuted in Atla. So I count her as an Atla character. I count Roku, anybody. Like you can't, like all these people from the past. Chin the Conqueror. Yeah, like they were all in Atlas. So like if they do spin-off stories with them, then yeah, you can't tell me. Like Sozin, if they made a Sozin story, that's all Atlas. So I'm like, that's how great the show was. That come on now, they had different time periods in that show. I do need to watch I need to actually not watch, but I need to read the Kyoshi novels. I need to read the Kyoshi novels because I haven't read them yet, and I know that they're pretty good. Speaking of reading, it's actually been announced that they're going to introduce some of the comic book characters into the animated projects. So that means we could see people like Hakoda's girlfriend or the dude who was at the little factory that they had with Toph's dad. And then maybe even see the girl who was like a fire earth girl.